Hey, welcome back to Maya's Pretty Little Reviews. I'm Maya, and this is Movie Phantom.
What's going on, everybody? You know what I don't get is it's a little chilly, and I'm a cheap ass. I ain't gonna lie. Inside the crib, I like to keep it nice and cold because I just ain't balling out of control. When it's really cold, when it's blistering cold, I'll turn the heat on. And she'll complain it's cold, and yet she's wearing this tank top. I mean, yeah, she's covered up in a blanket, but she's wearing the tank top. I'm feeling her shoulders right now. They're cold as shit. I don't know. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Go ahead, sweetie. What we got on today's agenda?
We're gonna review
Yeah, bathrobe on.
Christmas shoes and your sister's sister. I'm doing your sister's sister. Okay.
Now, if I would have said I was going to do your sister's sister, I would just... Nah, that'd still be you, wouldn't it? Your sister's sister is you. So it's okay.
Okay.
I don't have a sister.
This guy.
I got a brother.
What's his name?
You can do my brother's brother if you want.
Mark. Is that Mark Duplass?
Yeah.
Ass.
Oh my god. Ma's amusing herself, everybody. Just give it a second here.
Okay. This guy, a year after his brother passed away, he blows up and says, and his best friend, which is this chick right here. I don't know which one it is. It's either Emily.
Yeah, it's her.
Or.
It's Emily Blunt.
Yeah. Emily Blunt tells her best friend that he needs the time to himself and think and stuff. So he goes to her father's cabin, and her sister is there, which her sister didn't know that she was there, and she's like, oh, wearing probably just like a t-shirt when he's peeking through the door. Yeah, and they get drunk and screws her lesbian sister, which she decided to poke a hole in the condom.
Whoa, giving away like high-tech endings there. Holy shit, that's a revelation in the middle there.
Yeah. And they all get into a fight. Yeah, and then at the very end, they all get together.
Not dumb. They should. That would have been a better ending if all of them done this.
They at the end they get together.
You just go with it. This movie just came out like last year. You're like already spoiling the whole thing.
It's kind of horrible.
It is a horrible movie. Agreed.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of it?
I liked it except for you didn't know if she was pregnant or not.
Holy shit! Dropping made. You gotta say spoiler alert before you start dropping shit like that. You can't. Oh my god, baby. She's learning. Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to explain to people after watching that it was only a few measly months ago that I learned what mumblecore was. Now, for those of you who don't know what mumblecore is, and don't beat yourself up because I didn't know what the fuck it was.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a term for basically this really amateur, low-budget, almost no-budget filmmaking. It's like this new wave of directors coming through. And they're really big on just natural lighting and very naturalistic acting. Like taking nobodies and then just doing... And a lot of it's just ad-libbed and improv, like their, scripts and everything. And typically, I mean, they may be considered dramedies, but it's like they don't even try to be funny. It's more drama. But they're like, look at this guy, he's middle-aged and he's losing his shit. He's just going to bang his head off a wall. Isn't that funny? Because he's had a midlife crisis. And they try to make it funny, and it's not. It's just horrible. Anyways, that's mumblecore. It's just basically a fucking gay genre that was just kind of labeled, or subgenre, if you will, or sub-subgenre, if you will, that was just kind of thrown at like all this new... And anyways, this dude here, Mark Duplass, He's actually him and his brother actually direct a shitload of these movies. Like, they almost kind of ushered in mumblecore. Movies like Baghead and now I did hear good things about Jeff Who Lives at Home, but I had no desire to see that. Anyways, I was informed recently that dude's also in The League. I have not seen The League. I do want to see The League. I'm not going to hold him responsible, like, you know. Anyways, so whenever we get this movie, because somebody bought it, you know, I throw it in there and I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's do this. I knew it was going to be this mumblecore. I knew what it was going to be. And, oh my god, is it ever. It's the most pretentious fucking writing ever. Like, it's just so... Oh, it irritates me. And it's just so... It's not witty. It's not funny. It's just dumb. And you're just like, why am I watching this? And I know why I was watching it, because I was forced to. So, anyways, as, you know, the story, as she said, basically... You know, because he's a grown man with no bills. I would love to be able to just run away to a cabin for a while to clear my head. I can't do that. I run away to a cabin, guess what? The car gets repossessed, my house is gone, and my utilities are gone. But this prick somehow got the good life where he can just fucking disappear for a little bit. They all can. Like, not a single fucking person has a job in this movie. They just go fucking disappear. Let's just go hang out in the woods. Dicks. So anyways, he's trying to get his head because his brother did die, and the blow up that she said it was basically just him just speaking a little louder than he normally does. Like, there's no yelling, there's no explosion. That's what these movies are. There's no real emotion in these movies. It's just awkwardness. It's like taking all the awkward silences of The Office and taking out the comedy. That's all it is. That's all fucking mumblecore is. It's fucking horrible. Yeah, so anyways, Michael Cera, why didn't he make more mumblecore? Like, Michael Cera was made for mumblecore. Just saying. So anyways, he goes to the cabin, and, like, you know, his best friend's same out there, and you just find out later, you know, they like each other. They fucking like each other. Oh, sorry.
Love.
They love each other, yeah.
And love.
So anyways, you know, he loves her so much that he fucks his, you know, her lesbian sister because, you know, fuck it. Oh, they were drunk.
He said that he couldn't be with her. Anyways.
So he fucks the lesbian sister who's just there, but she just got out of this like big 7-year relationship, and it's all this is people bitching about their lives. It's basically what all mumblecore is. Just everybody bitching about how miserable their lives is. So they're fucking, and yeah, now there's this whole thing where like at first like she don't think it's that big of a deal. She's like, yeah, we'll talk to my sister. I don't care. And then whenever the sister explains how much she loves the main guy for whatever reason, then they're like, well, shit, we gotta keep it a secret. And now everybody's walking on eggshell, and it's just so fucking miserable to watch. I was happy when this fucking thing was over. I didn't think there was a redeeming quality in any of this. I didn't think the acting was even that great. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it's not that great. It could have, you know. I'm just saying you could throw anybody in there, and it would have been probably knocked up a notch. I'm just saying it's. It was directed by a woman. I'm not going to go on this like anti-woman director because there are some good female directors out there. The chick who did Wayne's World, I've seen some of her later stuff. Wasn't bad. Mary Lambert did one of the greatest Stephen King adaptations of all time. So I'm saying, but dude, this was just so fucking. I don't know. It was just bad. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this. I guess I will say I do like the ending because it does have this ambiguous like, you know. Although it ties too neatly together at the end for me. Like everybody's fucking happy with their miserable shitty life. Like they literally just like, and I'm okay with that. Like I mean, if you got a shitty life and you somehow find happiness, okay. But like for this situation that all three of these fuckers are in, it's just way too fucking happy. Like they're just like, all right, yeah, we'll make it work. Really? I don't know. I wasn't big on this movie. I don't want to see anything else from this director. I don't want to see anything, with the exception of The League, because I don't know, The League looked like it may be pretty good, but I don't want to see Mark Duplass on any fucking thing else. Yeah, mumblecore, and anybody who likes mumblecore can go fuck yourself, because it sucks. So that's my review.
I recommend it if you're a girl.
There you go. If you have a vagina, this is your movie. So.
Okay.
I love you, baby.
Okay. Christmas shoes. Yeah, it has Rob Lowe and Kimberly Williams. Okay, it's about this little boy, his mom has a heart problem, and she's like really sick, and then she's about to die, and so the girl, the lady, she asked this girl, Kate, to take her place in the choir, whatever. So, and she like get like real worse, and Rob Lowe, his character, gets all pissed off.
Because he's Kate's husband.
Yeah, pissed off because she didn't go to an interview that he wanted her to, and yeah, he's like, why can't someone else take her place, and blah blah blah. And the little boy wants to get her mom a Christmas present before she goes to heaven. And Rob Lowe finds out that Christmas is about family.
Loving, caring.
Yeah.
The season of giving.
Yeah. He never went to one of his daughter's Christmas programs.
No.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It's a really sad movie. Yeah.
Okay. You take a crack at this? Alright. So, before we get into this, she plays music, and her music taste is a lot like her movie taste. And I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not my taste. I just don't get into it. And she has a song on there called The Christmas Shoes. And apparently this is the first movie in the history of movies where there's a song that comes out, and then a book is written about the song, and then a movie is based on the book that's based on the song. You with me still? So, anyways, we listened to the song, and of course she loves the song.
It's sad.
I'm not saying I'm heartless. I mean, I have a heart. I really do. There are certain things that I can get emotional about. I'm sorry. It's just like like the song reminds me of whenever Trey and Matt on South Park do their songs. It reminds me like they were doing. Like, it's like they were just making fun of this song. Like, this is literally like this is their shit. If you would have told me like this is from South Park, I'd be like, yeah, it definitely is. That's what the song reminded me of. I heard the lyrics over and over, and I just didn't care. I was like, alright. Fuck, why you just shuffled the shoes? Just saying, I mean, I would have done that. Apparently they didn't care for the shoes anyways. We watched this movie, and once again, what's the one adjective you used to describe this movie?
What?
What's the one adjective you used to describe this movie? Sad?
Yeah.
You say it's sad, right?
Yeah.
So I'm already preparing my letter. And I was really hoping, like maybe the Phantom's dark heart will literally start beating, and the tears will start coming. I was hoping. I really was. After we sit here on a nice December evening, warm, cuddling, and I would be touched by the Christmas spirit on my unit. And anyways, I was hoping that, we could have that little moment together. And it never came, because I'm watching this movie. Hey, it's not a Hallmark movie, which I thought it was initially. But it looks like one. It has like if this was on the Hallmark Channel, you wouldn't think twice about it. Apparently it's done by like some kind of Christian thing. I didn't realize that, but like the song is a Christian song, which whatever. I'm not gonna, go on to rant about that. The movie itself just wasn't that compelling to me. Like, I literally just could not get into it. I didn't give it, like, to me, I'm sorry, like, when the workaholic dad is, like, the bad guy, I'm like, you know what, he's, paying for that fucking I would love to see the movie where it's just like, alright, I'm not going to work tomorrow, and then they just lose their job, and then the whole family's out on the street, and they can sing Christmas shoes all they want. Guess what? Your dad's putting the bills on the table, alright? Or he's putting, he's paying the bills, he's putting the food on the table, he's putting the roof over your head. Quit bitching. And that's not even from the daughter kind of made peace with it. Like, the daughter knows what the real world's like. It was his wife that was running her mouth. I'm like, really? Just hit her. Now, the fact that, like, he's like, because they're pretty good money-wise. So, I mean, I agree. Whenever she wanted to go, like, do this volunteer Christmas gig, yeah, he was kind of a dick for blowing up about that. But at the same time, it's like he's been pushed the entire fucking movie. I'm surprised he didn't blow up sooner, actually. Yeah, so anyways, I don't know. There's supposed to be, there's a lot of scenes where there are just, tons of emotion going into it, and I just I'm trying. And it's not, I'm not saying it's a badly acted movie, because it is, it's typical, like, TV acting. Rob Lowe does a really good job in it. Even the little boy, like, crying his eyes out. And it's believable, like, it's just, I'm sorry, it just did not resonate with me. Like, I honestly get more choked up when you're watching Homeward Bound and Chance runs over the hill and the kids are like, yay, Chance is home. And then Sassy runs over the hill and they're like, yay, Sassy's home. And then they're waiting for Shadow and he doesn't come over the hill immediately. And you're like, oh my God. And even though I know, even as a kid, I think I watched part 2 I already knew there was a part 2, so I never knew Shadow was in part 2. But you're still like, oh my God. And I get more choked up at that than I did Christmas Shoes. The entire, like, song plus movie, and if I read the book, I'm sure I would just be the same. I'm sorry, to me, it just was not that emotional. Notice that, but they CGI'd some snow, and it looked kind of bad. And then the house was a little model house. I guarantee it. That was not a real house. They would shoot. Like, they would do close, like, exterior shots of the house in the mornings. And I'm just like, that's a fake house. That's a little tiny model house. And I can tell. I'm just saying, it took me out of the movie for a second. Yeah, I don't know. I don't recommend either one of these movies at all.
I recommend both.
At all. I love you, baby. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't get into either one of them at all. So, that's just me.
Okay. I'm going to do top 5 Christmas movies.
Top 5 Christmas movies. Alright. Now, didn't you have some comments from last week's top 3?
Oh, yeah.
Or did we have top 5 last week? You did top 5 last week, too. I couldn't think of 5.
Yeah.
I got 3 barely.
Last week I said top 5 Lizzie Lohan movies.
And apparently I wasn't the only one who couldn't think of 5, so...
Anna however pronounce her name.
Anna, we are really sorry. I know, because you comment on my show, too, and I don't know the name. I'm sorry.
And
Send video response. Send one video response, like, telling us your name, and we'll be like, we got the name now.
Okay. And hers was Liz and Dick in Parent Trap.
Alright. Did you say Liz and Dick on your... No, that's a new Lifetime movie where she's portraying Elizabeth Taylor. I actually did hear good things about that.
I've never seen it.
Didn't see that?
No.
Oh. Alright.
And Whorehouse said that he only knows one movie.
Parent Trap.
Yeah, Parent Trap.
Yeah. I was never big on Parent Trap. It was never my thing.
Okay, top 5 Christmas movies. Number 5, Jack Frost.
Oh, the one with Michael Keaton as the snowman.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. There's a horror movie called Jack Frost, too. About killer snowman.
And number 4,
No.
Bad Santa.
Good movie. I like Bad Santa.
Number 3, Undercover Christmas.
I've never seen that.
It's a good movie.
Good stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You're number 2?
Yeah.
That's a
That's
classic.
number 3, and Undercover Christmas number 2.
Oh, you're flopping. All right.
Yeah.
I do like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's a classic from my childhood. I watched that and Frosty the Snowman every Christmas.
Number
Watch
1, Christmas Shoes. Okay. I want to know what your guys' top 5 Christmas movies.
You want to know what mine is?
Yeah.
Wow, this went right to the customers there. Aw. All right, if I'm in top 5 Christmas movies, at number 5 I'm gonna say The Muppets Christmas Carol, or A Muppet Christmas Carol. It's either the or A. Either way, Muppets Christmas Carol. Classic Christmas story, The Christmas Carol. We all know that. And I just remember once I seen the George C. Scott one, and of course I remember the Scrooged with Bill Murray, and I love both of those. So I've already been familiar with the tale. And it's a story you hear at school and everything. Well, you add Muppets on top of that, and guess what? It's just better. Like, it literally was just way better. So yeah, I always liked the Muppets Christmas Story. Number 4, I'm gonna say Home Alone. I don't really consider it like much of a Christmas movie. I mean, it does take place at Christmas time, so I guess it does kind of fall into that. Just a classic comedy or family movie from my childhood as well. It gave me confidence that if crazed fucking psychotic burglars break into your house, that you could just defeat them and you have a wacky time doing it. Number 3, Christmas Story. Just it's a classic, and especially, I know it's probably a classic worldwide, but it seems like in this area, everybody fucking loves it. And for a while there, it was kind of like getting old for me, but I haven't seen it in a while, and I don't know, there's still a lot of fond memories there, so I can't deny that. I'm a huge fan. I love it. I was Ralphie when I was a kid. Number 2, for my horror movie peeps out there, Black Christmas. You can't touch that movie. It's just fucking awesome, and it is a Christmas tradition for me. I watch it every year. And number 1, the other Christmas tradition for me, Christmas Vacation. We actually watched that today, actually. And I fucking love that movie. That is just hilarious all the way through. It's so quotable. And surprisingly a lot of heart to it. Like, that's one thing it's why it's my favorite vacation movie. Because even though all their vacation movies are really good, they're funny. Funny as shit, actually. But this one happens to have heart to it. It has that Christmas spirit to it. And I don't know. It's a combination, and I fucking love it. So there's my top 5.
Yeah. So what are your guys' top 5 Christmas movies?
And how can I get those to you?
Comment below. Bidder response.
How do I get the real response to you?
Leave the link down below.
Or?
Personal message.
Yeah. 30 Wolfman said that the link below don't work. I think it's not so much it pops up like on Facebook when you leave the link below, and it just kind of pops up like the thing. It doesn't do that. I think it just kind of, it's a comment, so you get the link and that's it, kind of thing. So you can just take the link, put it in the search engine or the fucking bar at top, and then you can do it that way. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Anything else to add?
Hope you guys had a Merry Christmas.
Yeah. By the time you guys watch this, Christmas will already be over. So we hope you guys had an awesome one.
And hope you had a safe trip.
It's like
you went.
We're like in a time machine or something like that. Like Christmas hasn't happened yet for us, but when we're talking to them, it's already happened. Pretty crazy. All right. So.
Until next week.
Until next week, we're out of here. Gotta walk away around. I'm gonna complain like they did in Your Sister's Sister and cry.